Jack Kerouac, he drank himself to death in New England. And I'd like to take his hand and say, Jack, man, it's okay. Now he's gone, and we're left to move on without him. The dogs howl like bees.
Welcome to Talkin VAWLS, episode number 67, brought to you by the Outright Geekery Podcast Network at outrightgeekery.com. We are also currently live on YouTube via the S&B Network. Go ahead and smash the like button. Share out the link. Let's grow this live chat. Let's celebrate together. Let's get a large live audience here on the S&B Network. My name is Boogie Bentley.
I'm VAWLS JP.
And I'm Dauber. What's happening?
How about JP? Are you still scared? Are you still scared?
Oh, I knew I'd be
are you scared?
called out on this.
Are you scared?
Like I said,
that UAB defense, that's 6-1 UAB. That's 6-1 UAB. Tough team. How about that VAWLS defense? How about that VAWLS defense taking care of business tonight, forcing what? 4 turnovers, several sacks. Just, man, what is it? 5 quarters, almost 6 quarters without giving up a single
It was almost
point.
6 straight quarters without giving up a single darn point until we gave up that touchdown at the end.
Which that touchdown at the end, it was. The backups were in at that point, but still. Shout out to that VAWLS defense.
A lot of guys that making their first steps on the field tonight there at the end of the game. So, I mean, you would have liked to keep them off the board, but, I mean, it is what it is. And it is what at least 2 of us thought it would be going into the game tonight.
Yeah, I mean, there were 2 of us that were confident. That's why we're on the top. How you feeling, JP? You still scared? That's 6-1 UAB. They're tough, man. They got a tough defense. They played a tough schedule. They're a really, really good football team. They're 6-1 going into this game. They put a lot of fear into my eyes. I was really concerned about this football game.
You're funny.
You don't got anything to say?
You're funny. You're funny.
I'm being serious. This team I was scared of UAB. I was very scared of this football team and what they brought to the table. They were 6-1. 6-1. So Tennessee took it to a really good football team today. So we got to feel confident moving forward these last 3 games after that win.
Offensive line's going to have to play better.
No, there are, in all seriousness, we're having fun. We're joking. There's 47 of my closest friends hanging out in the live chat. Make sure you guys go ahead and smash that like button. Let's share out the link. Live Free or Die is back. Matt Griffith says, I finally got my name changed. Is that Sarah? Sarah, are you Matt now? Congratulations on that monumentous occasion of your life. Donnie Greer says, go Big Orange. Kenny Ashby's here. Lonnie Allval Williams is here. Mike Rambo's here. Thank you guys for joining us. Smash that like button. Great win for the VAWLS. Big win. Never in doubt. But there are some big-time concerns moving forward. Like JP just said, offensive line's got to play better. Morris was getting dominated early in the game.
I would hate to be in his shoes to watch that film tomorrow, because that's going to be an ugly film session for sure for that kid for sure. Oh, it was bad, man.
What about the QB play? What would I didn't think. Well, we'll get into that here in a second. We got a super chat. I'm going to hit that first, and then we're going to get into it. Man, I don't know how to pronounce this name. I get fussed at. Dayon Cuberson. Lay off JP. Any team can win anytime. JP fan club. I'm not defending him. UAB is not a good football team. Their offense sucks. They've not played anybody in Tennessee. Tennessee did not play great tonight. Their defense did. Defense played great. Offense did not play that well. And they still dominated this UAB team. It was never in doubt. Solid win.
Listen.
Thank you for the super chat, though. We appreciate that.
Going back to the preseason, our first show, the preview, this is what we talked about. Tonight was a game that you should win. And we said those are the games we have to win. And we need to be competitive in the other games. And then there were some games that were sort of toss-ups. Things haven't gone the way we had hoped for this season, but tonight it did. Granted, we left some points on the board or on the field. Settling for field goals in the first half, getting down, moving the ball, and only managing field goals, that gets you beat against a good team. The thing that I like to see is that there is a lack of turnovers, bad penalties that take us out of drives. Aside from Garantano's one bonehead throw there to end the half, he played all right. It was puzzling though, the whole way they dealt with quarterbacks. And you said we're going to hit that in a little bit.
Well, we can go right into it. I mean, it's clear. Maurer is not ready to go. Either he's not ready or they're being safe about getting him back on the field. I think we've kind of touched on it a few times in previous episodes. I think there's something going on here. And maybe it's because of the time frame between concussions that's causing the issue, but there's a reason that he wasn't on the field tonight, because I think that's your go-to. I think that's going to be your quarterback when he's healthy. I think he's going to play. I think maybe you start Shrout, and then you're going to bring Garen, or as some people like to say, Garantano. What a train wreck of a broadcast. But I think Pruitt knew he was going to bring him in right out of the gate, but then you do the same thing in the second half. You start Shrout in the second half, and you could read Pruitt's lips. Davis, I don't know if he's in the chat yet. Davis texted me, he said, good Lord, he's already said he's pulling him. And you could see Pruitt said, take him out, as the offense walked off the field after that first series. I don't get it. Garantano played okay tonight. I don't think he played great. He did some ththings good. He did some things really bad. That turnover in the end zone right before halftime is why Maurer and Shrout couldn't see the field, but you've got Garantano doing it. He has to be better than that if we're going to make it to a bowl game.
With his experience, that's one you throw into the stands and you take the 3 points.
Yep. And we don't want to take 3 points, but there are times that you have to settle for 3 points.
Yeah. And it was just, he obviously looked uncomfortable. He looked like some of those hits, when our line is getting worked and he's got heat coming on his blind side, that one particular hit, he got up and was holding the hand there a little bit, but he looked uncomfortable at times. So, and I texted you guys. I said that there has to be something wrong with Maurer for them to stick with Garantano, who is obviously not 100% uncomfortable. And I don't think they felt they could put the game in Shrout's hands for the entirety of the game.
Yeah. Here's a $5 super chat from Pecan that just goes right into what we're talking about. He says, JG played, and as you can see, no energy. We play like this, we lose the next 2 games. Offense was trash, no spark like we had with Bama or South Carolina. I agree. This defense did enough to win. The offense left so many points on the board. We talked about it at halftime in our private group text. We said that this is not good enough. This team is up 23-0 at the half, and I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied.
Should have been 35.
It should have been way more than that.
Yeah. Thank you for the super chat, though. We appreciate the support. Speaking of super chats, JP, anybody that joined us for the tailgate show before the game, JP said, because look, he had no confidence. He didn't think Tennessee could cover. He said if Tennessee won by 15 points or more, he would give away, let's go ahead and do this real quick. He would give away one of the new hoodies that are now available. The links are in the description on bonfire.com. But here's the new hoodie, $34.99, good low price point. But JP said he was going to give one of these away if Tennessee covered, no, you didn't say covered. You said won by more than 15 points, which they did. So JP is going to give one of these away. $35 product that JP is going to give away for free. So how can you win that? How can you get your hands on a free Talkin VAWLS hoodie? Anybody that gives a super chat of any monetary amount tonight is entered to win. So already right out of the gate, Pecan is entered to win And who gave that other super chat? Dayon Cuberson is entered to win. So anybody that does super chat, you're entered to win the hoodie. We're going to move on, but just letting you guys know, if you want a chance to win that free Talkin VAWLS hoodie, drop a super chat. JP, what'd you think about the quarterback situation, quarterback play in general? Did you think JG played awful? I didn't think he played awful.
I didn't think he did. It's obvious that he's not healthy. My goodness, he just had a broken bone in his hand.
Yeah, and that's something I had in my notes. Is regardless of how he played, how tough is that kid to have surgery on Sunday and be ready to go on Saturday? That's impressive.
but he still is just not. I don't know. He plays good for a while, and then he has a good. You're thinking, all right, this is JG. Just like that pass last week against South Carolina on the play that he did get hurt on. That was just an excellent play and an excellent throw. But then tonight, he was missing guys and wasn't making good reads and stuff again. And so of course I didn't get to watch the first drive because ESPNU decided to show some directional schools that was taking forever and it said to pull up the app and it was like 10 after 7 and it was still saying the game was about to begin. So I didn't even know who started at quarterback until we were texting there and one of y'all said that Shrout started, which I didn't understand that really either because I wouldn't have expected the fan base to have booed Garantano, after last week's performance. So that was just strange again to me with that. But it's obvious that the coaching staff feels like that Garantano has a much better control of the offense and gives them a better chance to win. But I'm more concerned with this offensive line and the anybody that comes off the edge with any kind of rush or anything like that. But I guess even more that was kind of disheartening tonight was we were allowing penetration into the backfield, even right there between the guard and center and stuff, and that was some of the stuff that we've done a good job of cleaning up the last several weeks. So I don't know what was going on with that, but it was almost like the offense was out of sync again tonight.
Well,
hold on, Darrell. Let me hit these super chats real quick. Will Harp throws his name into the hat for a free hoodie with a dollar super chat. Thank you for the support. Mike Rambo with $1.99 says, "Love the show." We appreciate that. We love you guys. This is your show. We appreciate you being here tonight. Kenny Ashby with a $5 super chat says, "Should have been 35-0, like I predicted at halftime. Consistent quarterback play. This team is 6-3, maybe even 7-2. It's the truth. It's the truth. And that's why, when I mentioned on Fridays, 3 reasons why I thought Maurer would give this offense a spark. I really did. Garantano maybe doesn't make the mistakes as the other quarterbacks make, but then look what he did right before the half. A freshman mistake. Freshman mistake. He made some great throws tonight. He made some horrible throws tonight.
He was late on several throws.
Yeah, just he wasn't good. I don't think he was terrible. He just wasn't great. Dauber, let's get back into that offensive line conversation. Well, James Gentry, gosh, sorry guys. You guys are flooding the super chats. I'm trying to balance the show. It's tough to do. Sorry. Josh Marler says, Garantano is not the future of vol ball. James Gentry with a $2 super chat says, Daddy still needs that hoodie. You guys are throwing your name into the hat. JP is going to give away a free hoodie tonight. All you got to do to enter is drop a super chat. I'm sorry. Let's move forward. Go ahead, Dauber.
What I was going to say is, between last week and this week, we've lost some of that continuity and cohesion we had on the offensive line with Wright being out and some guys that haven't necessarily played as much. Some guys moved. So, I mean, that's to explain a little bit of that. But still, it's UAB. We should at least slow down, get a hand on, not let guys just completely run around you and just torch you. to get to the quarterback, and that's what happened tonight. What?
Donovan Milliken just became the biggest fan in the history of Talkin VAWLS with a $50 super chat.
Wow.
$50.
Thank you, buddy.
I don't know what to say, man. He
I don't
says,
either.
love the show. Hope Maurer is okay. Defense is way improved. That's I'm beyond humbled. I don't know what else to say, man. That support means a lot. We are here to provide free content, but this show is fun. We enjoy hanging out with you guys. $50 is thank you for that. We appreciate that. That's all
Crazy.
I'll say.
Thank you, Donovan.
Donovan, just turn off the lights. Show's over. I'm done.
But yeah, I mean, it's that's what the biggest takeaway out of that game tonight was, to me, was the offensive line, because we're, like we talked about, I think Wednesday night. I mean, Kentucky's got a good offensive line, a good defensive line, and you would think that they got better athletes than what UAB had. So, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, this team is going to have to come prepared to play, and I don't know. I mean, it to me, it just seemed like the whole offense was just out of sync tonight. I mean, we had all of those turnovers there, and we had three turnovers in basically the first quarter, and we had nine points. I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you've got to take advantage of that, and I'm sure that's what Pruitt's going to say. He said, I'm sure he's going to say all of that stuff. Because I mean, that's just football, but you've got to take advantage of those opportunities like that. And, for whatever reason, we just couldn't get the running game going on a consistent basis. And, I mean, I know this team has not been a world beaters with it, but I mean, look how well that we ran it against Bama, and ran it good against Mississippi State. So, we've got to find that back. You got to be
able to run the ball to throw the ball. But you also got to be able to throw the ball to run the ball. It works both ways. And Todd Higdon brings up a good point. Multi-QB play worked last game. Maybe a fluke. I touched on it some Wednesday, man. How much of that last week, the success throwing the football, was because – what the hell? You guys,
wow.
Seriously? I'm going to finish my point. How much of last week's – I can't even talk – success – was South Carolina's lackluster pass defense? How much? I mean, you got to take that into consideration. They have a terrible pass defense that we talked about going into the game. We were concerned about the weather, that Tennessee wouldn't be able to throw the ball. You guys are amazing. Live Free or Die just drops a $51 super chat.
It's crazy.
I feel like the price is right. He's trying to one-up you there. But seriously, guys, I don't even know what's going on. Thank you. That's amazing. We appreciate the support. Live Free or Die says, I keep my crown as the number one Talkin VAWLS fan.
We appreciate it.
You guys are awesome. Yeah, we do. It's so stupid and it sounds so fake. But it's so true, man. It's beyond humbling to get these super chats. We're here. We're three dudes that if you guys weren't here, we would be texting each other these exact things right now. But you guys are here. We're talking. We're hanging out. And then you're throwing money at us and supporting the show and making it worthwhile. And we appreciate it. That's all I know to say. Josh Marler, I can't talk, says, go ahead and make that a second round of top shelf drinks at the Christmas party. For sure. I think maybe tonight's episode covered Dauber's bar tab.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, guys. How do we get back into this?
I don't even know where we've even at.
Maybe we should give away more hoodies.
I mean, I was talking about the offensive line, but
you want to get JP going? Do we want to get another tangent from JP? Can we talk about the targeting that was not reviewed against Trey Smith as he's trying to pick his quarterback up off the floor?
Yeah,
and wasn't that crazy?
If it wasn't helmet to helmet, he sure as heck was trying to be helmet to helmet. He led with his head. The shoulder at least made contact. How is that not even reviewed? It's not even looked at. I don't understand. I don't understand the rule, apparently.
No, I mean, there was a flag thrown on that, but they didn't stop it to review it. It made no sense. I don't get it. I mean, it's so subjective.
Yeah, because they were flagged for what? Unnecessary roughness?
Yeah. It makes no sense.
I mean, I've just given up, just totally given up trying to understand it and, what all that rule entails. So the SEC can tweet out whatever they want to. I saw them tweet out something on their official officiating page or whatever, that they had it broke down and said, put this in your back pocket, basically, and pull it out next time you have a question. SEC, you ain't even worth the time of day for me to even sit there and try to read it, because you don't even know what the rules are. So, but I mean, anyway, it's just, again, that's just the stupidest rule ever. Anyway, it's just horrible. But I think somebody was wanting to talk about the defense. I mean, hats off to him. I mean, Bryce Thompson had three interceptions in the first half. I mean, the defense was pitching a shutout until right there at the end. I mean, they were, bottling them up. They were getting pressure on the quarterback. I mean, they beat that quarterback to death tonight. Tackling good. I mean, there was some good open field tackles. This defensive line has really, really come on. I mean, they have really, really shown a major improvement over the last month. They really have.
I really liked the game plan defensively that Ansley and Pruitt drew up. They brought timely pressure. It wasn't every down. It wasn't every passing down. But it just seemed like every time that they needed to dial something up, it was there. From the corner blitzes, the safety blitzes, to dropping back in coverage. The one pick that Thompson had, he knew he had help over the top with the safety. He saw the receiver cut the route off under it, and I mean, easy pick. It was great play. It was heady play. He knew the coverage. He knew what the route was as soon as that receiver made that cut, and he undercut it. It's a shame he didn't keep his feet and take it to the house. But it's just like I said in the tailgate show. I think this team is starting to get to their ceiling. They've turned the corner. They're playing with that passion and intensity, and they have that focus that they didn't to begin the season with. And I'm really excited moving into the last three games, because I think you're going to continue to see that improvement. If we do get some consistency at quarterback, man, you talk about turning those field goals into touchdowns. I mean, we'd run them out of the stadium.
Do you think Brian Maurer can be that guy that gives you that quarterback play?
If he can avoid turning the ball over.
Yeah. And if he can stay healthy, I mean, it just seems like that this offense just stays inconsistent. But I mean, you can imagine why, because I mean, heck, we've essentially played, 4 different quarterbacks, in the last month, if you count Jennings, so I mean, it really is amazing, probably as good as Chaney has done with it, and stuff. And I mean, I would imagine that they probably had a more conservative game plan tonight, because I mean, obviously, everybody else in the media and everybody was saying that Garantano was only going to play an emergency role. Yeah. I mean, that he didn't even hardly take any snaps in practice this week. Then they rolled Shroud out and they play him the first series, and then Garantano plays 90% of the football game. So so
and they're saying Maurer's healthy the whole time.
So
all this is going on.
So Yeah,
Makes no sense. Matt Griffith says, what do we have to do to carry this over to Kentucky? Which leads me into a $10 super chat from Scotty5775. We appreciate the support. Thank you so much for the super chat. Guys, anybody coming in late, JP offered to give up a free hoodie if Tennessee won by 15 points or more, which they did. So anybody that gives a super chat tonight of any monetary value will be entered to win a new Talkin VAWLS hooded sweatshirt. Dauber is blowing his brains out on the side. But Scotty with the $10 super chat. Next week, UK will bring a heck of a lot more energy than UAB brought. UT will need to be ready for that. So going back to Matt Griffith's comment, what do we have to do to carry this over to Kentucky? I'll tell you one thing that I like going into that game. If Kentucky's playing a wide receiver again at quarterback, I like Jeremy Pruitt and Ansley's ability to scheme a one-dimensional team. They've shown, look, going back to last year, how many times did we talk about how, or at least I did, Pruitt put guys in position to make plays, and they didn't execute. They didn't make the tackles. And then Dauber's talking about the blitzes they dialed up tonight. Schamberger coming off the edge is probably my favorite thing that Pruitt has brought to this defense. I love it. It seems like he lives in the backfield. Yeah. A lot of times last year they had somebody coming from the nickel spot that didn't execute. They didn't finish the tackle. This season we're seeing those guys finish. I like Pruitt's ability to scheme up Kentucky. I don't like the fact that Kentucky's coming off of a bye week. But, JP, how do we carry this momentum into the Kentucky game? Coming off of winning 3 of the last 4, good showing against the number 1 team in the country. How can they carry that over?
Well, I mean, I think that you just hit it there, though. I mean, I think that that's all going to be dependent on Pruitt and the scheme that, that he can draw up there. But, I'm the same way. I mean, you have to feel good about Pruitt and Ansley being able to draw up a scheme to be able to stop Kentucky, who should be playing a wide receiver at QB. I mean, I just don't see how, unless Tennessee was just totally just self-destruct and just turn the ball over and just can't do anything at all on offense. I just don't see how Tennessee's defense is going to allow that quarterback to just run all over them. I mean, there's been several games since he's been quarterback that he's completed less than like 5 passes, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so it's basically he either keeps it or he hands it off. So, I just think Pruitt, with the defensive mind that he has and the way that this defense has been playing, especially the defensive line, I look for us to just stack the box. Probably have somebody spying on the quarterback. What's his name? Lynn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boyden. Yeah.
Boyden or something. Bowden. Lynn Bowden Jr. or something like that. I think, isn't it, or something like that. Anyway, I mean, I would imagine possibility of having somebody spying him, because I mean, they've got that one tall receiver. It's like 6'5" or 6'6", and basically from what I've seen them do, that basically that he just throws it up in the air and it's just a jump ball for him. So, I mean, that's certainly going to be something Tennessee has to contend with. But, I think if Tennessee can come out and get something going on offense, and, whether or not that Mauer's back next week or if we're having to roll with Garantano, maybe, another week of him, getting that hand healed will, enable him to kind of get back to the way that he was playing against South Carolina instead of kind of the way it was tonight against UAB.
Some people, when Tennessee, all these quarterback woes that they faced this season, think that Jawan Jennings at quarterback is the answer. I don't think that's the answer. How much would it hurt your confidence going into that Kentucky game if you thought that Jawan Jennings was going to be the quarterback for the entire game and the only option? So I think that's a big advantage. It's a big advantage. It's a big advantage for Tennessee.
Yeah, it's gimmicky. It's something that you can use sparingly through a game. But
there's a huge difference between Wildcat and starting a wide receiver at quarterback.
Yeah. Let's let's hit on special teams a little bit. Talk about Samaglia. Man, just dude is almost automatic. I've got his stats up right here right now. 50 plus, he's 1 of 1 this year. 40 to 49 yards, he's 5 of 6. 6 of 7 from 30 to 39. I mean, the kid is money. So that, I mean, if we're going to stall out and sputter offensively, at least we know there's a pretty good chance we are getting 3 out of it. But I hate relying on that, you know?
Yeah.
Every time you get down in that red zone, you want to come away with 7. Because like I said earlier, that's settling for field goals against a good team, you're gonna end up losing.
For sure. But like you said, it's nice to know you can rely on that. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Jake Engel says, live free or die. You mean nothing to Talkin VAWLS. He is the #1 fan, but this isn't even for Talkin VAWLS. Jake Engel with a $53 super chat
for the kicker.
Says this one's for Samaglia. I'll drink to that. I'll drink my orange Gatorade because I don't drink that red team crap that JP does.
It's the only kind I can buy.
Josh says go ahead and make that round 3 for the top shelf drinks. Nope, guys, I'm
Thank
telling
you, Jake Engel.
I'm telling you, we still haven't covered Dauber's bar tab yet. We're still not. Jimmy Loveless with a $5 super chat says this is for Boogie. Beer is on me, brother. Tonight or at the Christmas party? Because the Christmas party, I appreciate it. Thank you guys for the support. For real, this is amazing. Tammy D following it up, coming right behind Jimmy Loveless with a $4.99 super chat. Says we need a healthy QB to win out. Who will it be? Stay tuned. Do you think Maurer could have played today? Or do you think that they're not telling us the truth? You think we don't know what's going on? Or do you think they're holding him, knowing they're going to take – look, there's only one person in the state that was concerned with UAB, and he's down here underneath me and Dauber. That's the only person in the state that was concerned with UAB. So maybe Jeremy Pruitt knew we're going to go take care of business, and we need Maurer healthy for those last 3 SEC games.
I mean, it's certainly possible, I mean, I was sitting there thinking, So basically, we're throwing Garantano out there with a broken hand and saying, okay, beat UAB and get us to Kentucky, I guess. I mean, I don't know, but it's certainly possible. I mean, I just don't understand. He says that he's healthy. And he's been practicing, so I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to question it anymore. I don't guess it's just odd. It's just really, really odd.
Now, I think we talked a little bit about it on here, but we've talked about it amongst ourselves quite a bit more. It just seems like, and somewhere in the chat a few minutes ago, somebody said he's not been right since the hit in the Georgia game at the end of it. And that's what we talked about. He took a couple shots in the Georgia game and came out of the game and then came back with a sleeve on his arm. And we tossed around the idea of it could be a pinched nerve, something head and neck, not necessarily concussion related, a stinger more or less. And he's, lost feeling in his arm, in his hand, something. It's weird because you look at the Mississippi State game, that hit where he landed on his head, popped right back up, finished the series, and then if you saw after the game, he's jumping in the stands, he's jumping around celebrating. You see the celebration in the locker room, he's jumping around dancing. Does not look like a person who's had a concussion.
Now, so weird. It's so weird, man.
I don't want to downplay head and neck injuries, concussions. By no means am I a doctor. My degree is in history. Did not attend the University of Tennessee for 8 years, only 4. But then you go to the next week, and he hits the back of his head on a lineman, kind of gets back up, is still engaged, kind of arguing with Pruitt on the sideline, does not want to come out. I mean, it's just we hear this week he's taken. I think the number they threw out was 60% of the practice reps. Shrout with 30, Garantano with 10, and then you have Garantano playing the majority of the game tonight. I don't even think that they really played a 2-quarterback system tonight. I think Shrout started the game, was in for a series, and then started the second half because Pruitt was mad at Garantano for the stupid pick. I just something is definitely weird about the whole situation with Maurer. I hope that the kid is healthy. I hope that we do have him available moving forward the rest of the season, because I do think he brings that energy that the offense seems to they click better with him in there. But I mean, at least the last 2 games, we've seen Garantano manage the game and sort of have moments where he's looked like the Garantano of last year, where he had more success.
I saw somebody in the live chat talking about concussions and how much more serious, and we've touched on this a bit, how much more serious it is to have 2 concussions within a week. Yeah. And that Maurer could be out for as much as 5 weeks. But I don't know why you would say he's healthy and why he would be taking snaps with the first team in practice. None of that makes sense to me. But Joey Inslee with a $1.99 super chat says they feed off of Vol Nation. Tajon Washington also with a $1.99 super chat says, "Go Big Orange, beat UK, can't stand them. Here's some cash for a hoodie." Thank you both for the super chats. What is Tajon talking about? Cash for a hoodie. JP has offered up another free hoodie. We got 117 of our closest friends hanging out here on this episode of Talkin VAWLS. First of all, do us a simple favor. Smash that like button. Drives the analytics of YouTube. We appreciate that. If you want your name thrown into the hat for a free hoodie, drop a super chat and we will pick somebody before the end of the show. It's going to be random. It's going to be random right here on air. Nobody will know. You guys will see how we do it, completely random, and somebody will win one of the free new Talkin VAWLS hoodies. Dauber, Davis is talking to me in the live chat. Dauber, did you have another point you wanted to make there about Maurer?
No, I think I ended my point.
I think they're talking about Maurer in the live chat. And how weird that situation is. So looking forward, the rest of the season, you got Kentucky and Missouri on the road, Vanderbilt at home. You got to find a way to win 2. Are you satisfied? JP, are you satisfied if they just win 2? Or do you want 7 wins? How much of an impact would it make the way they started this season to this nut job beside me up here on top said this team was going to win 9 games. We said he was crazy. They have the potential to finish this season with 7 wins. You factor in that Georgia State and BYU, this could have been a 9-win football team.
Yeah, it certainly could have been. But as far as would I be disappointed if they win, just two of their next 3? Yes, I will, because I definitely think that this football team is better than Kentucky, Missouri, and certainly Vanderbilt. And to me, this football team should beat all 3 of those teams. Now, whether or not that they will, they're going to have to play a lot better on offense tonight to beat at least 2 of those teams. I mean, that is a given, but this team can do it. And I think that we need to try to get healthy this week and, try to shut down Kentucky. If we can do that, then, I definitely feel like that this team can win out and go 7-5. And yes, it's going to stink then to sit there and say we should have been 9-3. We should have been 9-3. And I think everybody in Vol Nation will agree, if that's the case, that if we finish at 7-5, that everybody's going to be sitting around saying we should have been 9-3. We should have been 9-3. But
don't you like the
part
idea
of it?
Finishing strong, though, starting slow and finishing strong, and this team battling through adversity. and looking back and seeing that improvement moving forward versus say they had beat Georgia State and BYU and we were, we're right here where we're at now. And then they drop a game to Kentucky and Vanderbilt. Say they drop 2 of these last 3. I think it's a big difference. Jonathan Santos throwing his name into the hat for a free hoodie with a $4.99 super chat. We appreciate any and all of the support tonight. He says, you guys are awesome. Go Big Orange. Jonathan, you're awesome. Everybody in the live chat is awesome. Even if you can't do a super chat, it doesn't matter. Smash that like button. We're just glad you're here with us.
Yeah. Do you think we get right back next week?
I mean, you just never know about those ankles. I mean, you get a high ankle sprain, which is probably what it is. I mean, that's a tough injury right there. I mean, that's the injury that can linger for, several weeks for sure.
Yeah.
So
he didn't go and have the snap surgery that like Tua had.
That I don't know.
He's not injecting horse steroids, allegedly.
So yeah. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you, JP. I think we have to get the somewhat consistency that we saw. The Bama, Mississippi State, and South Carolina game on the offensive line. It lacked tonight. There was more pressure than we've had on the quarterback in a few weeks, and when you've got quarterbacks that are gimping around, you can't have them taking hits like that. They need to stay clean and out of the grass. I think that this team will go up to Kentucky, and I think, like I touched on earlier, they'll have the intensity, they'll have the fire. Have we won an SEC road game under Pruitt? Auburn. Okay, yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, okay. So he's done that. He's gone on the road. He's won. But it's going to be different. Kentucky's, they're going to be looking for a little bit of retribution from last year. Heck, that was their best team in a half century, and we still beat them.
Oh yeah, that fan base hates Tennessee football.
Yeah.
I mean, they absolutely hate us. So, they're going to do. I mean, they are going to be rocking up there. I guarantee you, they're going to be ready for Tennessee.
Well, that's
not game.
We need to start early and quick and keep it rolling.
Oh yeah,
we put on more steam.
And we need to go back to the same thing that happened today. And we touched on it in the tailgate show, talking about turnovers. The team that wins the turnover ratio, majority of the time wins the game. And when you're going to go on the road in the SEC, and even though it's Kentucky, and no matter who it is or where it is, you got to win the turnover battle. And I think if this defense continues to play like they played, and you find just consistent quarterback play, it doesn't even have to be great. Don't turn the ball over. I think if this defense continues to play like they have, Tennessee will win next week on the road against Kentucky. I'm not ready to go out on a limb yet and make my pick, but I'm just telling you, the confidence in me, the confidence I have with these kids is growing week to week.
With the way that the defense played again tonight, I mean, I'm confident. I mean, I feel like Tennessee should definitely go into Lexington next Saturday night and beat Kentucky. I mean, again, I just don't see how that we should allow them to beat us with a one-dimensional offense. I just don't see how that we should be able to allow them. So, I think that I think we got an excellent shot at beating them. Excellent shot.
So you're confident about this Kentucky game, but you were terrified of UAB.
Well,
I just want to get that on record.
Oh yes, and again, the reason why is we're talking about 18 to 22 year old people here, and keeping them consistent week in and week out. I
Oh,
mean,
no
that's
doubt.
what Pruitt kept on harping about. We got to have consistency. He was like, this team hadn't done anything yet. They've got to get to where there's a team to where that they play at a consistent level every single week, and not overlooking an opponent. And obviously tonight, Tennessee didn't overlook UAB. They took this game seriously. I mean, that's an evidence by the scoreboard, and how that they dominated the football game.
Well, by gosh, that's 2 weeks in a row.
I tried to tell you, you don't listen to anything I say. I make videos just for you to go watch to try to form opinions.
3 reasons, JP.
I tried to give you 3 reasons, even though one of them never even stepped on the field.
Yeah, I was going to say one of them never even stepped on the field.
Hey, shut up, man. I'm just going by the information that I'm fed. Joey Inslee with another $1.99 super chat says, we will feed off of their energy. We will steal Kentucky's energy. Thank you for the super chat. DJ McNix says, love talking Vols, repping y'all in Georgia as a VFL. We will pray for you, my friend, living down there in the slums of Georgia. But we do appreciate the super chat. We got a few more minutes here before we wrap this show up. There's 120 people hanging out. Do please smash the like button. Share out the link if it's not too late. And also, if you want a chance to win a free Talkin Vols hoodie, you can drop a super chat, and we're going to randomly pick a winner before we go off the air tonight. Josh says, Boogie, love the extra video on Friday. That's something I'm going to try to drop each and every week for you guys. Just a little something. I got a big one planned for this coming Friday. I hope you guys like it. Chase Winger says, let's go. 8-5 is on the table, fellas. Thanks for the $1.99 super chat. Man, you guys, this is amazing tonight. You guys are, I don't know if you guys are just happy because Tennessee has won back-to-back games, so you're just throwing dollar bills. But we definitely appreciate all the support. Maybe you just want that sweet Talkin Vols hoodie. Anything else? What else you guys want to hit on? Tanner Denton with $1 super chat. Thank you for the support.
I'm just excited. I'm looking forward to next week in Lexington. I want to see the boys go up there and play a solid 60 minutes of football and whip the Cats.
Yeah. And there was some rumblings that quarterback, not the one that started the season, that one that played last year, whatever his name was, that Terry guy, but the backup that transferred in, there were some rumors that he may be back. So I don't know, but I mean, he looked pretty decent. I think that game against Florida until Trask came in and rallied them. But other than that, the games that I saw him play before he got hurt, he looked horrible too. So with that, but who knows? I mean, like we've said on here many, many, many times, the University of Tennessee should never lose to Kentucky in football. They should never lose to Kentucky in football. I mean, I grew up, and it was pretty much a given, and that's the way that it's been for years, and that's the way that that we as Tennessee fans should expect it.
Terry Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson. I'd
everything
be extremely disappointed if we go up there next Saturday and lose that football game. Extremely disappointed.
Everything I'm seeing on him, he's out for the season with a torn patellar tendon.
Yes, yeah, Wilson. But that other guy, the Sawyer or something was his name.
Sawyer Smith.
Yeah. See, he was the backup, so now they're down to playing that Bowden kid or whatever his name is.
Right. On
there, but yeah, so but Kentucky's got pretty decent defense, and they are pretty good at the line of scrimmage on both sides. So, that's what was concerning tonight was the tackles for UAB was getting in there. I mean, how many times did the running back hardly even get the handoff and has been tackled again? And I mean, that's stuff that we were seeing at the beginning of the season and last year.
Do you think that offensive line shuffle though is playing into that? Sure.
I mean, who was missing on the interior though? I mean, we had all of the interior linemen, it was almost like that we were missing our assignments. So
Yeah.
so,
But certainly that one play when was it Chandler and Garantano about ran into each other, and then the
That was a missed something went way
So-
wrong on that play.
yeah,
Yeah.
that looked bad. We're fortunate we didn't cough that one up because
there was a couple of times there that it almost looked like that the quarterback, either JG and the running back, was kind of that maybe that they weren't on the right side, that the running back wasn't on the right side, or perhaps that Garantano turned the wrong way or something.
And I wonder if any of it played into the fact that he was nursing that hand, and on plays to his, let's see, I guess left, he was handing off with two hands rather than one, and all that.
And that goes back to practice. They said all week that he was having trouble handing the football off.
Yeah,
and that's why he was going to be available in an emergency situation only. None of that makes sense to me. I don't understand. I don't understand. Call me Jeremy. Call me. We'll talk about it.
That's typical Saban stuff right there. Maybe Pruitt learned some
which
stuff
I don't have a
from him.
problem. I really don't have a problem with it. I
mean, no, I don't either.
Makes it hard for me to make my videos on Friday, but I don't have a problem with it.
So it's more like 1.5 things.
Was it 1.5?
Yeah, 1.5 things.
How was it 1.5? I hit 2 out of 3. Although the upper deck was pretty empty, but Ball Nation was there. They were there. Everybody's talking about how they like my videos. You two can shut up. Josh, we're going to beat each other.
I told you I liked it, dude.
I gave it a thumbs up. I watched it as soon as you posted.
No, you didn't. You're one of the thumbs down. I know how you roll. Jacob
Actually,
James.
I'm going to go back and change it now.
You go ahead. I'll kick you off. You know what I can do to people like you? I can do that. That's what I can do because I'm in charge. Now you're on the bottom. Jacob James with $1 super chat. Anybody coming in late? 117 people here. Smash the like button. We're about to give away a hoodie. Any last minute super chats, if you want to get in on that hoodie. What happened to JP's camera? We're going to give it away real quick. So
what's wrong with it?
It just glitched out for a second there. Last opportunity. If you want a chance to win a new free hoodie, drop a super chat and we'll throw your name in. We're going to do it randomly. We'll be back Wednesday for the regular Wednesday show. No tailgate show next week for the Kentucky game unless you guys want to do it by yourselves. I can't. I got stuff going on. So, but we'll do the regular Wednesday show and post-game show next week. Don't forget to set your clocks back, gentlemen. But
yeah,
spring forward, fall backwards.
It's only 10 o'clock right now.
Feels good. Feels good to be able to get some sleep.
Of course, it'll be dark at 5 tomorrow.
I don't care. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that.
5:30.
You guys want to go ahead and pick a winner? Any final comments before we pick a winner for the free hoodie?
I'm good.
Let's roll it.
All right, let's do it. Let me go up here and see how many super chats we had for tonight's stream. Let's see here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 of my closest friends. That's insane for the number of people that ran out here. For 21 of you all to do super chats. All right, JP, pick a number 1 to 21. I'm going to flip some things around here to make sure we get somebody random. So pick a number 1 through 21.
1 through 21. Let's go with lucky number 13.
Live free or die. He got outbid.
Really?
He got outbid, but he's still walking away with that free hoodie. I know he had to leave early, but live free or die. If you don't listen to this video, we'll mark it down. Dude, you dropped a huge super chat tonight, so I want to make sure you get this shirt. So if we don't hear from you, message us on Facebook or Twitter. If not, we'll catch you on the next stream. You're always here week in and week out. We won't forget that. We'll get you connected with JP. I think, what is it? 3 weeks before they print, something like that, 19, 20 days from now. So it'll be a few weeks. It'll get printed and we'll get it sent out. But
was Sarah Sharp on here tonight?
Sarah had an official name change and is
Official
now
name.
Matt. What was it? Matt Baines. Matt
Yeah,
Baines.
Matt Baines.
It's so hard for me to remember because I put that name with the comments, but we'll have to remember Matt Baines.
Okay. 'Cause
Congratulations, Matt.
I'm just wondering if Matt got his shirt or if he got an email confirmation. I got my Egghead shirts today.
Oh yeah, I got mine today for I can't remember who won it. I sent them a message. I had it sent to me. You sent it directly to Matt, right?
Matt.
Oh,
Griffin.
Matt Griffith. Matt Griffith. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, look for that in the mail within the next couple of days. JP sent it directly to you, but we'll get those sent out. Kyle Adams says, "What's up, boys? Balls are going 7-5. Thanks for joining us." Just as we wrap this thing up, if you haven't hit that like button yet, do it on the way out the door. Beyond humble tonight, guys. In all seriousness, when we started this podcast, I never thought I would be in here hanging out, having so much fun with people. The decision to make this a live stream was such a good decision when JP mentioned it, and we just started trying to figure out how to do it. And this show has been elevated since then. I love the interaction. I love chatting with you guys in the live chat, and then the support that you guys give this show, buying T-shirts, man. The picture that Dauber put together this week, if you haven't seen it, look on Twitter or Facebook with a lot of you guys, all the listeners with their shirts on, with their stickers, different stuff like that. It's so cool, man. We've created this community, and I say it, and it may sound cheesy, but it's the truth. This show is your show. This is not our show. You guys make this show what it is. You guys make me want to come down here and record before a game, after a game, Wednesday. I never leave recording a Talkin VAWLS podcast in a bad mood. I always go upstairs. My poor wife's trying to sleep, and I'm like, yeah. And then this guy said this, and Tajon said this. Dude, look at this shirt of Tajon. He tweeted a picture of wearing his shirt. It's so cool. I love it, man. I love the interaction. Live Free or Die is back in the chat. You won the free hoodie, my friend. Message us on Facebook or Twitter, either one. We'll get your address and we'll get that shipped out. It'll probably be 17, 18 days, something like that, till they print. Anybody that wants one of the Talkin VAWLS hoodies or a Talkin VAWLS hat, all the links are in the description, so check them out. Again, we love you guys. Thank you for being here with us. We enjoy this show. This is your show. So for VAWLS JP, for Dauber, I should let you – anything you guys want to say before we get out of here?
I just appreciate everybody, man.
I appreciate them.
The super chats, everything else, just hanging out with us, man. It's fun. We love it.
Yeah, we're just three fans that love our Vols, and we appreciate hanging out with you all. We appreciate every one of you all, tuning in and listening to us. We're no experts or anything like that, but we love our Vols, and let's get ready to go beat the Cats.
We will see you guys Wednesday night, Kentucky. We'll see you guys Wednesday night for the Wednesday show, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I just got one thing left to say. Go Big Orange.
You gonna play the music, Boogie?
You gonna do a woo?
Dang, is it not playing?
Nope.
What's wrong, Boogie?
I'm struggling, fellas. How about now? Can you guys hear it now? I even faded it in. I'm a noob, but I love you guys. Go Big Orange.
And it's night and I'm alone and I'm alive. Black and white headlights pierce patrols, blazing arrows, burning me to the marrow. But fire brings peace as well as it brings fear. You're the only thing I hear, and I want that. The songs how like me, poets sat in our chains, soaking moonlit falls unbroken past this inundated orb that we call home, and it's night and I'm alone and I'm alive. The dogs howl like me, poets sat in arcade, soaking moonlit smashed.